What's going on, guys? JSkeleton here with a brand new guys today, coming at you with some more Infinite Warfare action. The gameplay you guys are watching is Infinite Warfare multiplayer overview. I slowed it down a little bit to hopefully avoid a copyright claim. I might still get a claim. It might not be slowed down enough. We'll see. But anyways, we're going to be talking about two things in this video, which is going to be the movement system and specialists, which are now called rigs. There's a lot to take out of Infinite Warfare, and there's way too much to just cram into one video. So we're going to split these things up into different videos. We're going to talk about, score streaks and different things like that in other videos. So keep it locked on the channel. But first of all, let's talk about the movement system. Apparently, the movement system is just like Black Ops 3, or at least similar, but in the sense that it's toned down. I've talked to a couple people that are at COD XP. I have friends who are friends with friends. Different people that I've talked to and different people that I know that are friends with other people, like bigger YouTubers, are saying that it feels more toned down than Black Ops 3 in a sense where the jumps are not as high. We kind of talked about this earlier, but if you missed that video, then it's okay. The jumps are not as high, and so basically, it feels a lot more toned down, which is what I was saying. So it feels similar to Black Ops 3's movement system. You have the slides, the wall running, and the thrust jumping, but it is toned down, so it's not as intense, people are saying anyways. And there's been a few people that actually said that, even though there is all that stuff in the game, there are moments where, there's a lot of moments where it doesn't feel beneficial to, thrust jump around, if you will. It feels more beneficial to be boots on the ground. So there seems to be, a lot of focus on the fact that boots on the ground is still a very important key factor in this game. So I think they played into that. So I think they played into the fact that they wanted this movement system, but they still wanted to kind of make it boots on the ground friendly too, if that makes sense. So that's basically the overview on the movement system. Let's talk about specialists really quick, because there's 6 of them and they're called rigs. So here are the 6 specialists, my friend. We're going to talk about each one at a time and talk about their payloads and traits. So basically, in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, they introduced a new combat rigs system, which is 6 special characters that feature different abilities for players to use. Combat rigs offer payloads and traits, which are basically like Black Ops 3's weapons and abilities. So when your meter is full at the bottom right corner, you push L1 and R1 to be able to use whatever you have equipped, and it works the exact same way as Black Ops 3. So if you guys are used to Black Ops 3, that's how it works. So let's jump into the 6 one at a time. We're gonna start with Warfighter. So this is what Warfighter has to offer. So Warfighter is Infinite Warfare's mobile mid-range combat rig. He's billed as the most accessible rig and offers options that favor offensive, defensive, and objective-focused play. So his payloads include Claw, which is rapid-fire spread shot weapon with ricochet ballistic rounds, designed to take out the enemy in front of you and blind corners. He has combat focus, which gains double streak points for a limited time. We obviously know about that. We got overdrive, which grants a temporary speed surge. So we're obviously familiar with that from Black Ops 3 as well. His traits are ping, kills, and assists will send out sonar from that enemy death's location, highlighting any additional nearby hostiles. So that's pretty crazy. Persistence, score streaks don't reset after death, but they cost more to attain. However, you can only earn one of each score streak per match. Yes, you heard that right. Resupply, lethal and tactical equipment can be resupplied via scavenger bags. So those are his traits. So we got Merc. Merc is Infinite Warfare's defensive-minded combat rig and is built for the player that wants to deliver maximum damage with high amounts of armor. His payloads include Steel Dragon, a heavy beam weapon that can track multiple targets. Bull Charge, the player pulls out a riot shield and charges at opponents, killing any in the way. If you guys are familiar with Destiny, the shoulder strike could be probably the most similar thing I could relate to that. Reactive armor protects the player from small arms fire for a limited time. His traits are man-at-arms, which the player can carry maximum ammo and heavier weapons without any penalty to movement. Infusion, the player regenerates health faster after taking damage. Shockwave, pressing a button while mid-air, unleashing a slam on the ground. So I guess that's kind of like gravity spikes, if you will. We got FTL. FTL players favor running and gunning and love to get into combat as quickly as possible. They also want to zip away whenever things get a little too hairy. Payloads. Eraser, an energy handgun that turns enemies into dust. FTL Jump, the player basically teleports a short distance into the direction they are moving. So I guess you could kind of say it's a glitch, but the opposite. You teleport forward instead of backwards. Phase Shift. FTL enters another dimension where it cannot take damage unless another player is in the same dimension. So you can say that's sort of like kinetic armor, but a whole different level of it. So very different, obviously, but that's the closest thing I can relate it to. His traits: Power Slide. The player can slide further, faster, and can aim down sights while sliding. Supercharge. Enemies drop packs that boost friendly teammates. Payload charge meters. How cool is that? So enemies drop packs that boost friendly teammates' payload charge meters. So Perception. The HUD will notify the player when an enemy is looking in their direction, which sounds pretty crazy because you're gonna have like lights around your screen apparently, and you're gonna know when someone's looking at you. Like, how crazy is that? We got Striker. Striker is his payloads include Gravity Vortex Gun, launches a gravity distorting projectile that pulls in enemies and then damages them. Micro Turret. Striker pulls out a turret, Striker puts a turret down that tracks enemies. That's pretty cool. Centurion, an augmentation that will destroy enemy projectiles and acts as a portable EMP. Traits include Trophy Drone. Like the trophy system from the past Call of Duty games, the Trophy Drone can destroy incoming ordnance but needs time to recharge between cancellations. So I guess that's going to be locked to a specific character now, and maybe not an actual piece of equipment. I'm not sure. Relay. Placed equipment acts as a radar, letting the player know when enemies are near it. And then we got Hardened. Equipment and drones have extra health and don't respawn after the player's death. Pretty cool. Then we got Phantom, which basically looks like a futuristic version of the ghillie suit. Phantom is the sniper or stealth combat rig in the game. These players want to stay out of the action and avoid detection by enemy players. His payloads include Ballista EM3, a high-powered projectile launcher that can pierce enemies and pin multiple to walls. That's pretty crazy. Pulsar, advanced radar that tracks enemies on the player's HUD. And active camo, the player turns almost completely invisible, so he's kind of like Spectre, if you will. And then his traits are Marked Target. Doing damage to an enemy prevents them from regenerating health for 5 seconds. Heightened Senses. Audio awareness increases while zooming in with a sniper rifle. And Rear Guard, a back shield that will mitigate some damage to the player from behind. We got Synaptic, which Synaptic combat rig is for the player that loves extreme close quarters combat and tends to favor those types of weapons. His payloads include Equalizer, dual wield 2 suppressed machine guns, which sounds really cool. I've seen some gameplay of it, it's phenomenal. Reaper, Synaptic gets down on all fours and with increased movement, and he has a one-hit melee strike. So there's 2 things to take out of that. One of them is that obviously melee strikes are probably going to be 2-hit again, and the second thing is that he turns into like this kind of dog. It's crazy. That was Reaper. Rewind is the player can rewind back to a previous position with their health and ammunition intact, so it's like glitch. Traits include Combat Burst. Each kill boosts the player's movement speed for a short time. That sounds pretty cool. Rush Down. The jump pack recharges faster and damages enemies below its blast. And then Propulsion. Clicking the right stick allows a player to dash horizontally. So maybe boosting side to side. I don't know. Sounds interesting though. That's all the specialist rigs, my friends. That's a look at them, and that's all their traits and their rigs, if you will, their payloads, traits, and all that. So let me know what you guys think about all these in the comment section below. There's a lot to take from it. Like I said, that's why I wanted to make it its own video, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button, subscribe to the comment, share all the awesome stuff, and keep it locked here because I'm going to have a lot more action for you guys soon, a lot more details that you guys are going to want to hear. So come back very soon. I'll catch you guys next time, and until then, game on.